Rhinoceros attacks are rare, but they do occur. Each year Land Rovers and Jeeps are charged by belligerent rhinos in Chitwan National Park, and a couple of people are trampled or gored. On the world market, black rhinos cost $32,000 a piece plus transportation costs. In South Africa, black rhinos sell for $42,000 and white rhinos sell for $15,000. Sometimes they are purchased by game farm owners who charge hunters twice their purchase price to shoot the animals. Large numbers of rhinoceros used to roam the African savannas and grasslands in the 1800s. Their numbers were greatly reduced by white hunters. White rhinos were hunted many years ago for their hide, which was made into horsewhips. A single spear can bring down a rhinoceros if it hits the right spot and penetrates through the thick hide to the liver or a heart. Big game hunter have offered $250,000 for the chance to shoot aging beyond breeding age rhinos in Pilanesberg National Park in South Africa. But they offers were turned down and the animals were allowed to die naturally. Borneo rhino hunter. A few Dayaks still hunt rhinoceros. In the late 1980s, the Blair brothers met an old hunter who lived in the forest alone. He told them used to kill the rhinos with a spear thrust to the eye, ear or mouth, but now used sawed-off double-barreled shotgun, and on average he kills one of the 50 or so remaining rhinos in Borneo every 2 years. He said that sometimes take 5 people 3 of 4 months to track a single rhino. The hunter said, he knows we follow him. He has strong, green wandering. Very difficult. He hears soft feet on the ground from many rivers behind him. I look in his dirt and talk to him. Tell him where to go so we can corner him. You need more bamboo shoots, I tell him. You love them. Head east. Oh rhino, to the bamboo forest at the end of Dang Gorge. Or, river root, rhino, so sweet, so tender, go back a bit for a week or so towards the trap where the great rivers meet. We can only kill him when he turns towards us in anger. Rhino blood bath for the Nepalese king. Hindus believe that the rhino got its horn from Lord Vishnu. In a rite called blood tarpan, which every Nepalese king is required to perform on his accession, the Nepalese monarch is bathed in rhino blood and is required to offer rhino blood libations to the Hindu gods. A Nepalese prime minister performed the ritual at the age of 19 even though he was not a monarch. The Nepalese prime minister told National Geographic he went to Chitwan National Park where a man on top of an elephant killed a rhino with one shot. Then, he said, a team of helpers dragged the rhino to a nearby riverbank, where using special knives, they disemboweled him. I climbed into the abdominal cavity they had made in the rhino and sat in its blood up to my waist for a few minutes while the Hindu priests officiating at the ceremony offered prayers. When I was directed to do so, I stood up, my hands cupped with rhino blood, and held them outward to the gods in memory of my mother. Later I ate the meat between the hoof and the ankle of one of the rhino's legs, the rest of the meat I gave away to the villagers. In January 1981 this same ritual was repeated by Nepalese King Birendra in honor of his father. Although this ritual seems cruel, it helps the species as a whole to survive. Over 500 armed soldiers guard the rhinoceros in Chitwan National Park. The number of rhinos increased from 160 in 1966 to 375 in 1984. There has been no poaching in the park since 1976.